Hey, Mark Shepard, modernjedi.com. I was going to tell you a story, and I turned the camera on, and I literally couldn't remember what the story was. And here's the reason why. I literally was I'm so unconsciously good at getting rid of uncomfortable situations, things that used to bother me for days, that I evaporated it from my mind. So I was literally using my own techniques. And here's the story. I had someone sign up for a single session last week. She wanted to lose weight. She wanted to lose 100 pounds. And I said, really, 100 pounds, you're going to need some ongoing support. But she felt like she just wanted to have one session and check me out. Fair enough. As a practitioner, come on in, pay me for an hour, have a session. We can feel each other out to see if we're comfortable working with each other, see if, we are a good match, kind of get to know each other a little better, right? No problem. So it was 2 o'clock last Thursday, and at 2 o'clock I get a call, and it's from this woman, and she was basically saying, I didn't realize you work out of your house, and I can't be alone with a man in his house. So I can't come to the session, and I'm very sorry. Now, I've been working out of my home since 2004. I did for a while spend a ridiculous $600 a month for an office someplace. And one of the things that really I find tremendously lousy about having an office is that you go there and sometimes someone cancels at the last minute, so you end up sitting there, and I don't like wasting time. And I love working at home because my video camera is here. I can do a video. I can work on my computer. I can write a blog post. I can go out in the yard if I want and work in my garden, right? There's so many things I can do. So I love my home. I paint here. I make music here. It's really the center of my power and my universe in an energetic way, right? So one of the things as an NLP practitioner that you may stumble upon is, particularly if you're a male and you have female clients, you need to manage that very carefully. And I've always been very careful. My office, my home office, there are lots of windows and my neighbors can literally see in. So I keep those, the shades open. And when I work with a female client, I keep my distance, right? I don't flirt. I don't use any, romantic language, which I might use in a dating situation. I use very safe, very calm language and body language, right? I don't make any sudden movements, right? I'm always a good 4 to 5 to 6 feet away from my client. So some of those things are good to know, but you also might want to put up on your site, which I just did, this is a home office. If you don't feel comfortable, please feel free to bring a friend. And many people have asked particularly women, particularly anxiety sufferers, is it okay if I bring my boyfriend or my husband or my sister or brother or whatever? Totally fine. Absolutely, right? Usually someone else will come in the first session and then they feel comfortable and then that person doesn't need to come again. The other nice thing about being an NLP practitioner is, unlike traditional talk therapy, where you go week after week after week after week, sometimes for years, we don't work with clients that long. I don't work with clients very long. So there isn't that process of the client kind of projecting their father or mother issues on you quite as easily, right? So for me, there's so much at stake. So I never, ever, if there's an attractive female client in my office, first of all, I would either not work with her if I felt romantic interest in her. That would just have to be something that you just have to kind of get off the table and don't work with those people, right? So for women, you may have women practitioners. Some of my clients are women, and one of my students, Joanne Dunsing, she prefers to work in an office, right? So depending on who you are and what works for you, you may come upon this issue. If you are a female practitioner, you also want to make sure that you're safe and that there are other people around, right? So it may dictate that you have an office, right? So the bottom line is you got to find what works for you. I love my home. I love being here. And the clients that come to me, they've already seen maybe 15 or 20 of my videos. They know who I am. And so I'm always very careful with that, right? But sometimes the best intentions, someone doesn't feel comfortable, and that's okay. You should always feel comfortable saying no to working with a client. And I have another video coming up next about some of the red flags for someone who really isn't going to benefit from even the incredible tools of NLP. All right, so I'll have that up for you next. Mark Shepard, modernjedi.com. Defeat the dark side in your personal and professional life and master your mind for a change. And you can start today. Thanks so much.